All right, Susan, we are back for our third episode of H2 Hydration and Health. Susan, owner and creator of HydroGlow Head Spa, how are you today? Happy New
I'm
Year.
wonderful. Happy New Year. Hope you had a wonderful holiday.
Yeah, it was great. It was got the rest where we could, saw family, did all the things. Happy to be back on track because 2026 is a big year ahead of us. It's the year of the horse, and I am charging in to this year like a Bronco with hydrogen fueling me. And I am excited to chat today. The first episode we did, we talked about hydrogen as a whole, hydrogen therapy, the benefits of hydrogen, how to get it. And then we went into hair and scalp health because you are the owner and creator of HydroGlow Head Spa. So that just makes sense. And then we talked about it, how it made sense to kind of go into brain health as the next natural step. So as you know, as well as we all know, neurodegenerative disease and illnesses are a big problem these days. We were just talking about that. There's Parkinson's, there's Alzheimer's. The amount of people that are going through Alzheimer's dementia now is astronomical in comparison to even a decade or decades ago. So, while that is a problem, I am a man of solutions, and not that this is going to heal. Hydrogen. I want to make this very clear right out the gate. One, we are not medical professionals. Please discuss anything we talk about with your medical professional. And also, hydrogen doesn't heal you. It doesn't heal anything. It allows your body to heal itself, and that's the cool part about it. What hydrogen does is allows you to get out of allows your body to get out of its own way so that it can operate the way it should at a balanced, optimal level. So, brain health is a natural next step for us because it uses up a lot of energy in your body. It is very, very sensitive to oxidative stress and inflammation. There are a number of lifestyle stressors, as Gary Linehan from Human Garage would say, it's death by 1,000 cuts. And I firmly agree because we're talking about screens, lack of sleep, aging overall, the mental load that is packed onto us. Like there's a lot of variables that are coming at us, and it's nice to have a little tool in the toolkit to help you. Actually, it's nice to have a whole toolkit because that's the level we're at.
Another way I like to actually say about hydrogen is it's the tool that helps all the other tools. So it amplifies everything else that you're doing, whether it be on treatment. It helps get rid of the oxidative stress while you're doing your treatments so that you're getting your maximal beneficial treatment. This works so well with working with when you're on treatments and when you're having different types of issues because it maximizes whatever way you put it, which is wonderful.
Yep.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I couldn't agree more. You say what I say all the time. Hydrogen enhances everything. This is why when it's in your water, filtration is extremely important because it's going to enhance everything, including the contaminants that are in your water. Make sure you filter your water properly. But it's also like any supplements that you're taking, it's going to make them work better. There's literally one actual downside to that is if you're taking it with certain time released medication, because it's going to actually deliver it into your body quicker, and in those medications cases that don't. Yeah. And so
these are things like when you're breathing it and doing things, don't or drinking it, just don't do it within the hour. I like to say, they say a half hour. I like to say, let's stay between the hour, before and after that you're not doing your treatments, just because you want to get your treatment done. You want your treatments to get their maximal benefits, right? So washing them in and through right away is not getting your benefit out of what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to talk about today some kind of non-medical aspects. But the good thing about everything that we're talking about is you don't have to believe it, and I don't want you to believe it. Research it, look it up yourself. I want you to be able to make this decision on whether or not hydrogen therapy makes sense for you and your family's health. It does. On your own, though, I need you to come to that conclusion and understand. And then we're going to talk about, how hydrogen interacts with your brain, with your gut, with the different methods of hydrogen. We'll wrap this up within about 45 minutes or so. What, you and I, we like to talk because it's exciting. This is exciting stuff. It's
a favorite topic.
Yeah, and it's a wild world we live in, and it's at the end of the day, it's also a very beautiful world that we live in because, like I said, there's a lot of problems, but there's also a solution for every single problem out there, and that's why I do, and you do, and many of us do what we do for a reason. Is to get you to the root cause, provide you a solution to the problems that you're having. So we're going to talk about why oxidative stress and inflammation matter in the brain aging, intro to mitochondria as the brain's energy engines, and why small molecules like hydrogen are being studied for brain accessibility. And so, again, there are a number of studies, especially on brain health, and you'll find that, well, you know what, we'll get into that one after. I'm going to jumping ahead of things a little bit here. So research is suggesting that hydrogen may selectively neutralize certain reactive oxygen species, oxidative stress, that certain reactive oxygen species being the hydroxyl radical and the peroxynitrite free radical. The hydroxyl radical is a byproduct of the energy being used in your body. There is a never-ending supply of it, and the hydrogen that our bodies used to create are lacking in a lot of ways. And so this is why supplementing with hydrogen in a number of different ways is helping so many people. And in that, not only is it cleaning up, the byproduct of the energy being used created by the mitochondria, it's also supporting the mitochondria, so upregulating that, which is where that energy comes from. And then I think, Susan, you can probably agree on this, one of our favorite things about hydrogen is its molecular structure and its small size and ability to cross the blood-brain barrier. Yeah, I'm sorry.
It gets in anywhere and everywhere. It just
everywhere it needs to go.
Goes. Yeah.
And so that's where, when we get into the delivery methods, okay, which way makes the most sense? And this is what I was going to jump ahead on and say, and because I'm very excited about talking about hydrogen inhalation for brain health. I have had traumatic brain injury. My Nana and Grandpa passed away from dementia and Alzheimer's, respectively. My Nana passed away in about a year and a half after being diagnosed, and my Grandpa passed away after about 9 years of being diagnosed. And I don't know which one was more painful, watching my Nana go so quickly or watching my Grandpa go as slowly as he did. Either way, not fun to deal with. For anyone. And again, we're not healing anything, we're not curing anything, but we're introducing ways for you to be proactive on preventing this from happening in the first place.
Yes, and you know what? It slows down the process. So if you have something, it slows it down. It helps to keep you at that standstill, so you're not progressing. And this is what it's all about. Everybody says, "Well, I already have it." Well, no, you're still going to progress. And this is what the thing is. Do we want to get ourselves to that point where there is no reversing, or do we want to prevent things so that we can really slow that down, that process, whether it be that or any other illnesses for that matter, slow it down. Let's get into a healthy mode. You don't have to go and go out feeling like like it's, the end? Can we not go out feeling like half decent, and when it's our time, let's go out gracefully? That's the way I want to go. you know
You're
um
right. I
you
talked to a lot of people about the nocebo effect. And, I talked about this with a podcast that I recorded yesterday. And that someone, like my customer said that her neighbor, like, was trying her water and just loved it. But, she wished she knew about this earlier because her doctor's given her 3 months to live. And it's like, it's interesting that we take that external energy and internalize that and really, really make it real. And that's what I mean about the nocebo effect. Now, I'm not saying that, like, that's, I don't know her for a whole, but what I do know is something that we talked about, or I talked about with Dr. Patrick Porter in another one of my previous episodes. He's the creator of BrainTap, a really cool health technology. And he was talking about how every single second, 50 million new cells are generated in your body. Every 40 seconds, your biophotic light system is evaluating and analyzing everything that's going on in your body and reprogramming your DNA. So
that's amazing.
What I mean by that is we are much more powerful than you realize, and a lot of it starts with your mindset. And it's taking yourself actually out of this part of the mindset into this part of the mindset, and understanding that I weigh 205 pounds, and yet I'm 99.99999% light. And meaning that I can change that reality. And it comes down to the mindset. And it takes that type of mindset to really start looking at, the bigger picture, looking at it from a more extended view and see what's going on and why you need to take these steps for your health, because the different ways we're getting attacked internally and externally.
And everything else. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a big thing for you that you can do is change your environment. And when I say change your environment, the first first part of the environment that I recommend you change is, you betcha, within. So which method of hydrogen therapy is going to be best for brain health?
Well, they say that I've looked up on PubMed, and they say that breathing it, so getting it through your breathing, also drinking it, and then they also do intravenously. That's within the hospital, and yada
yes,
yada.
of course. The hydrogen-rich saline.
Those are the 3 ways that is known best for that, but our top 2. So when you're using the 4-in-1, and which is amazing, you drink it, you breathe it, you put it on your ears, you put it on your eyes, you can get it always. That's
yeah,
huge,
I mean, I feel like the number 4 for 4-in-1 for the Tech Pro 900 is an inaccurate number with the amount
I know.
the amount of difference
ways that you use it. It's insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So and that's that when it comes to the Tech Pro 900, a lot of people, for the amount of time that I've been in this industry, is, what's hydrogen going to do for me? Now it's, what do you want hydrogen to do for you? And then we'll figure out which method and how. And a lot of times it's going to be a combination of all, like with brain health. So, you're absolutely right. Most of the studies are done with hydrogen inhalation for neurological aspects. So the reason that is when you breathe hydrogen in, it goes right into your lungs and then directly into your bloodstream and flows wherever it needs to be in your body. And with its unique ability to permeate the blood-brain barrier, that's where it can help so quickly.
It's calming, it's cooling, Yeah, it's getting everything, all the receptors just to calm down. Everything's just like,
Yeah.
and as you talk about it, it's like I'm visualizing it go, everything calming down.
Well, you do
Because
have.
I've been told that by people who have adults with ADHD or adults with autism that have tried doing hydrogen therapy, and they're like, it's like everything is kind of cooling in effect in the
Mhm.
brain, and I feel like my nerves have just kind of, it's like some kind of a tingly at first and then it just relaxes. And that's what I get from a lot of people that do the different types of treatments through
Mhm.
hydrogen. They love it. Um,
Yeah.
it is so amazing for all different things. Just, we need a break from these things. I think everybody suffers from something. And I think we all need to just have something that can alleviate that without having to go and pick it up
Just.
from the pharmacy, go and pick it up from the pharmacy, go and pick up from the pharmacy. I'm tired
Mhm.
of that. That becomes secondary, third issues, whatever. For main basic things, you don't need it. We got issues, we got bigger issues. Leave it to the doctors that need to give us the real stuff, and let's treat ourselves in the meantime and try to get us at our best so we can function and produce the best. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree. I couldn't agree more. And I mean, don't get me
Mhm.
wrong. Western medicine has its place. If
It
I
does.
get in a car
Absolutely.
accident and my arm gets ripped off, I'm not going to try and go have a hydrogen bath and hope my arm grows back.
No,
No,
my daughter had cancer.
that.
We went through chemo. My daughter needed chemo. Um, it saved her life. My daughter's now in university. I love this. Their doctors saved my daughter's life. The doctors, the medication, the system, Sick Kids
Yep.
Hospital. I love them all. I owe them everything for that. But, there's side effects that came with that. My daughter
Mhm.
went completely blind in one eye, saw only black. And now she's
Wow.
able to see colors and shapes. She's not seeing 100% yet, but the eyesight's coming back and she's able to see things, things like that. She also had neuropathy issues, so she had neurological issues. She suffers
Yeah.
with pain, and she tells me, because especially when she's at school, Mom, when I'm not doing hydrogen therapies, I can feel it because I'm studying and I know my body's still fighting. So, it's a work. Like, she has to keep up with it. She needs it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
they
And
saved
she's in
her, but now
university,
we're
right?
recovering, right? We're in recovery mode, and I love it for her. It
Yeah,
helps.
I mean, as a collective, individually, we are healing. There is not a
Yeah,
person that I know that doesn't need to or isn't doing some form of healing at the moment, and that's part of the beautiful time that we live in. And so, what's happening with the hydrogen and why that's happening in our bodies is our parasympathetic nervous system is being activated. And you're absolutely right. Most of us spend our entire lives in fight or flight, and you can't, like, when the water's murky and bubbling and chaotic, you can't really see through the waters. That's you trying to make a decision while you're in fight or flight. That's you trying to
yeah,
make changes and making a positive impact in your world while you're in fight or flight. When you get into parasympathetic nervous system, the water's calm and they clear, and you can see where you're going. Your body can navigate better, and hydrogen will help you get to that. That's exactly why when I do my brain tap meditation or any meditation, if I can, I'll inhale hydrogen, because one, we only have so much time in the day, so stack your therapies. And two, like you mentioned earlier, hydrogen makes everything better. And so
yeah,
again, inhalation is going to be the best way for directly dealing with brain health.
yeah.
However, it comes with some inconveniences in that you got to sit there and do it. And so you drinking hydrogen rich water will also benefit, because it's going to really help support and repair gut health. It is going to help again, once it goes into your gut, it will still go anywhere into your body. And it is a more convenient way of getting hydrogen. You can drink hydrogen rich water all day long. There is actually one thing I also wanted to add into why inhalation is good for brain health. Inhalation is also very good for cardiovascular and respiratory health. Something I've also learned from Dr. Porter from Brain Health is your heart has 40,000 neutrino cells. I think they're neutrino. Forgive me, again, not a doctor. In your brain, in your heart, those are actually brain cells. So when I say think from here, your mindset's here, like that's what I mean. You're thinking your heart is your first brain. And so that's also why inhalation is helping getting into that parasympathetic nervous system, allowing your things to cool off and clear out a bit, and then its ability to permeate the blood-brain barrier. And then again, adding a third aspect in there that you can achieve with the Tech Pro 900 is a hydrogen bath too, because again, that's just going to help with that activation of the parasympathetic nervous system. Yes, when things are tense up here, they're tense everywhere else. It manifests in many other ways in your body. And what I like about hydrogen baths is one, it's conversely to drinking hydrogen-rich water, where it goes into your gut and works its way outwards. In a bath, you're surrounding your body, and it's working its way inwards and going again wherever it needs to go. But it's also your skin is your largest organ, and it's your largest detoxing organ, and it's your largest connection to your largest network of fascia. And so it's going to help assist in the hydration of your fascia from an external level while you drink hydrogen-rich water, and help that from an internal level.
Yes.
And then, breathe the hydrogen in and use the goggles in the ears and the hair and scalp mask. And yeah, again, 4-in-1 is really inaccurate description. One of the things my
I said,
connection
and it just
was
keeps going. Keep going. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And it does really, because that's the cool thing about being in the hydrogen industry, is it's very, very new. I'm working on some really, really cool stuff, and all of it is with the premise of making it more accessible for everyone. I don't want just the affluent and the people who can afford the hydrogen therapy to be able to try it. I want everybody to, what I want for me.
It's amazing for families. It's amazing for families. You can sit with two people and breathe that, breathe from the 4-in-1. You have two people going on that machine, whether one wants to do a head or an eye or whatever, and you got the other person doing something. You can sit, I can sit with my husband and, la-di-da-di-da, watch a movie, and away we go.
We also have, I don't know, I'm not sure if you use it for this or not, because its initial purpose was meant for safety with the bathtub. And it's the 10-foot tube that allows you to safely bubble the hydrogen into the bathtub with the machine not having to sit too close to the bathtub, so you don't have any electrical issues there. Which I do every single night for my son, which again is another nod to the safety of hydrogen. Because my son's only 17 months old, but you can also take that 10-foot tube and place the machine beside your bed, and at night, while you're relaxing, when at the exact time you want to activate your parasympathetic nervous system, and you can feed the 10-foot tube, use the splitter like you would, and then you can breathe it in. Your husband can use the eye or ear or hair and scalp accessory, or vice versa. And there you go. You guys are both easily experiencing the best in hydrogen therapy. And you're absolutely right, Susan. Two people can do it at the same time because these studies have shown that in order for hydrogen to be therapeutic with inhalation, the machine needs to create 99.99% pure hydrogen gas between the concentration of 1 to 4%. The Tech Pro 900 does 3.5%, 99.99% pure, and it does it at 600 milliliters per minute. The studies are showing that in order for it to be therapeutic, it needs to be between 120 to 240 milliliters per minute.
You know what I love about you guys? You guys always know all this, everything. You guys actually, you research and study each machine that you know, if it doesn't hit the bar, it's gone. You don't even deal with it. That's what I love about dealing with you and your company, you know, Tech for Health. You guys are amazing. Like, you know, you guys dissect everything. You learn all the facts about it. And it really helps for the consumer. Like, we need to be able to sell people the right products. It's so important.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
right
yeah,
products are
absolutely.
so
There's a lot
Pro
to be
is like,
known. I'm sorry.
yeah, that Tech Pro 900 is like a wow, a wow product.
It is, you know, and I had a customer of ours reach out and say that their oncologist is saying that they need a stronger machine, and I'm like, we have them, but
Yeah.
no, you don't. You don't need it. I'm not here to sell you something you don't need. I've got a clinical series machine that is being shipped to me right as we speak to have in my office for people to come and try. And I want more, you know, I want to be able to have lots of people to be able to try it out, and I want people to get the full experience from it. But when you're at home, I don't really see a need for you to get anything more than a Tech Pro 900, and I'm not going to sell you anything more than what you need. And in that, our pricing, we do have competition. There is, you know, and that's coming up more and more. And we have competitions that sell the exact same machine, just different color, and they sell it for about 40% more. And it's just the way their business model is. Our business model is very humble. We are a family-based business and just literally want to make a serious positive impact in this world. Louis, my business partner, and I both have young kids. And so, you know, if we want to see a change in the world, we decided to be that change in the world. And again, we can't be that change when only the affluent can afford it. I want everybody to be able to try this out. And that's why I'm so grateful for you, Susan, to have people around in other areas to be able to showcase our products and have people just try it out. And you know, as a spa owner, even your spa, a Tech Pro 900 is just fine. If you're not doing any more than 2 people at a time, then you don't need more than that. But you know, it's having people to be able to go in and try it out without having to get the machine themselves is phenomenal. And there's no extra cost really for you. The only upkeep with the Tech Pro 900 is just having distilled water in there, which you can get from your pharmacy, and it costs about $2 a gallon. And I use my machine at home probably 2 hours a day, and a gallon of water will last me roughly 3 to 4 months. So $2 every 3 to 4 months to operate this machine. Like,
insane.
what?
Like, yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah. And I mean, safety is absolutely critical to us. The hydrogen molecule in and of itself is as safe as it gets. Any extra hydrogen your body doesn't need, it will just expel very easily. But there are key things to understand. Concentration matters. You know, with water, the parts per million and how much hydrogen is in there very much matters if you're going to be dealing with or trying to prevent and be proactive on things like brain health. Same with the concentration of the gas that you're inhaling or the gas that's going into your bathtub. I do want to get back to the bathtub after this for a second. And the delivery method matters again. You know, with I would go inhalation first, then followed very closely with drinking water, but also hydrogen baths. Again, you can do every single one of those with the Tech Pro 900. And so, as you mentioned, as you know, for Tech for Health, we take a very education first driven approach on hydrogen wellness. We're not here to sell you stuff. We're here to facilitate your need when you realize the need that you have, and how much our products can help. You know, we have multiple different delivery technologies in this one beautiful machine. And this is, you mentioned it about it being for the whole family. I got one of the best testimonials. It borderline brought me to tears because it just solidified why I do what I do. And my customer, actually, it's a funny one. My customer who has an Alcoviva ionizer and whole home filtration system for me, she hadn't talked. We hadn't talked in a little while, and she's like, "Oh, well, yeah, I bought one of the hydrogen systems from your competitor, one of the competitors that I mentioned earlier, that sells it for much more than need be." And she's like, "Oh, I felt like I cheated on you." And I'm like, "Listen, that's all good. I'm glad that you're getting hydrogen. I'm not really happy that you're experiencing hydrogen therapy. Of course, I wish it was with my machine, but that's all good as long as you're getting it. That's awesome." And so she
you can get many of them.
Yeah, she. I mean, like, that's the thing. I'm not going to be able to help everyone, but as long as you are healing, then for everyone, thank you. And so, but then she ended up buying one for her dad and her son and daughter-in-law. Their youngest daughter has skeletal dysplasia, and so I got a message from the mom saying that they'd had the machine for 2 weeks, and the mom has really bad restless leg syndrome. She noticed with inhaling the hydrogen for 15 to 20 minutes that gone. Her first daughter had a really bad sinus issue and headache, and 5 minutes of inhalation, and that was gone. Her youngest daughter with the skeletal dysplasia has noticed a massive change in her inflammation and overall quality of life. That is why I do what I do. And yes, 2 weeks. Like I get lots of testimonials that come in from my customers that have had the machine for a year and they've had long-term benefits. A lot of people come back to me that have gotten the machine for migraines, and so that again is another nod to brain health. And it's not just breathing it in, it's using the eye accessory because the hydrogen will permeate your eyes and go right into your brain that way. And a lot of these tension headaches are sitting here in your frontal lobe. And so, you know, with the Tech Pro 900, it's not which method do I do. It's okay, which method works for you right now and which method is working for what you're trying to deal with. In this case, we're talking brain health. So it's been a lot, and you know, it is a lot. It's brain health. You know, where does it?
We need to take care of our brain. We really need to. We have a long life, and you know, we need to preserve ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves. You know, and it starts within. If you don't take care of yourself, you're not gonna do well when we can be preventative, and we can also slow things down. We can't always help. Sometimes there's genetics that are involved. You can't help things, but you can surely help things along the way. And that's what I keep talking about. It's like people say, you know you sell this type of hydrogen. No, I sell what hydrogen machine is suitable for what you got and what you need and what you need it for. My whole deal is I will search for my clients or my family or whoever it is that comes to me and asks me for advice on help, and they want me to research something. I research it until my face goes blue. I need to do that for people, and it's important to know that you can't, not one package fits all, right? So we need to discuss it and say, hey, if you've got this, neurological, you need to have the breathing. I think that is the number one, eye, ear, wherever you can get that hydrogen in, that is important.
Mhm.
Where ulcerative colitis, I have ulcerative colitis. I find that drinking my hydrogen water, that helps me. So I go that route. But I also have, I get headaches, so I want to breathe it as well. Like I want to maximize on it. So, I have different variations. So, if you've got something, we've pretty much researched enough to know what avenue to go, which would be the best, but all avenues are great if you're getting the hydrogen. Um,
Yeah,
I have some
just get
people
the
that can't
hydrogen in
afford it,
you.
and I know some people who can't afford the machines right now, and they're like, I really want to get one. I'm like, you know what? Get the travel mug. Get the travel
Yeah,
mug. If you're looking for something, you're getting that on the spot. Go, just make sure you're using good filtered water, spring water, uh, because if you have chlorine in it, it will amplify it. So you want to make sure there's no chlorine and
mm,
yuck stuff in it. So clean
yeah.
water goes in, like, and that's a starting point. And once you start seeing the benefits of that, then you're going to say, oh, okay, now I understand why I need it. And then you make more of an effort to want to get these things. And that's what happened to me. I
Yep.
started seeing my colitis disappeared. And then my daughter started saying, hey, my eyesight's starting to come back. And then, it's one thing after another. So you're needing to go in different avenues with different things. 4-in-1 is great for that because you have all your avenues for it. It's amazing. Um,
Yep. Yeah. No,
yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
But that travel mug, if you need to start somewhere, and I like the one that you have because the fact that you've done all the research on it and you've done all the testing, uh, to make sure that they're
Yeah,
actually getting the hydrogen that they
we've gone
need.
through ones.
Yeah,
And the Hydro Boost V2 is definitely one of the best on the market because of its ability to hook into up to a 1 liter vessel as long as it fits on the generator. Because we've had the smaller bottles, the 250 milliliter bottles, and that's great. They're great, but you're just getting like a shot of it, and there's some benefits to that. Taking that quick dose of hydrogen, there are benefits to that. But I get it. A lot of people, oh,
yeah.
well, it's not very much water. I'm like, well, that's because it's not a water bottle, it's a hydrogen bottle. Water just happens to be the vehicle that delivers the hydrogen into your
It's the
body.
delivery service. Yes.
Yeah. And so, you're absolutely right. It's a great way to start. That's why we have the hydrogen bottles. It's great for you. It's also when you're traveling, great
And
to
that's
have
exactly,
with you.
yes. Great to be
I
on the
was
go.
my family and I went to Maui in the beginning of December, and I had my Hydro Boost V2 with me. And when we go to visit her dad in Cabo, I'm gonna have our V2 with me. But he's also got an ionizer hooked up at his place down there, so that's pretty cool. But I wanted to say too that about buying the bottles. I've got a customer that's local here that happened to walk by my office and see that I've got hydrogen, and he came in with his wife. He's got cerebral palsy and cystic fibrosis, and he's got a lot of challenges. And he said to me, it's like, every type of water I drink, it doesn't absorb. Like I do the salt, I do the minerals and stuff like that. I'm like, here, try hydrogen water. He's like, oh, I've never really heard about it. And so we went down the process. It was, about a couple months process until he bought the bottle, and that's fine. It all happens when it should. And then a few months down the road, he realized, he's drinking the hydrogen water, but his wife isn't able to, but he's noticing a massive difference. And so they got the Tech Pro 900, and now they can both have the inhalation. They can both have the drinking water. Yeah, they don't have that's why I was delaying there, because I was like, oh yeah, they don't have a bath. But here's what you do when you don't have a bath: you get a foot bath bucket and do a hydrogen foot bath. The toxins it pulls out of your feet are pretty incredible, and that is a good alternative. But this is again why I do what I do. All of these uses and everything to the Tech Pro 900, or the 4-in-1, like you call it. I love that. All of that's great if you know how to use it. If you don't, it's going to be a very expensive paperweight that collects dust. And I don't want
Yeah.
that. Like,
But
I
that's why
don't
you have
want to tell
us.
you something. Well, exactly. Yeah. And
We're
that's
the
why
best
I
at
love
it. We know
working
everything
with
about it
you.
now.
Well, I love working with you, Susan, because you are very similar to me in that you very much care.
Yeah.
Your purpose supersedes the profits that you need to make. It's about making that difference more than anything else. And I love that about you. It is very aligned with the way that I operate, the way I operate my business. And so I'm grateful to have you as an affiliate for Tech for Health and educating people with hydrogen therapy as a whole in the same way that I am. We are making a very positive difference in people's lives, one family, one household at a time. So wrapping things up, because we want to keep it within 45 minutes or so. Brain health is a long-term game. I've had brain injury in my life. I got it 13 years ago, almost, and that's why focusing on brain health has been and is and always will be an ongoing thing that I continue to support. Hydrogen research is evolving and promising, but still growing. But I love that. When I first started learning about hydrogen over a decade ago, there was about 350 studies, and now there's over 3,000, and there's more and more coming out, more and more studies determining and figuring out the mechanisms. Yeah, it's amazing. Our next episode, we were going to go into gut health because that coincides with brain health, as we discussed earlier. And it's also something that is near and dear to you, as mentioned earlier with the ulcerative colitis. Anybody that has IBS, Crohn's, ulcerative colitis, digestive issues, which is a lot of people these days, thanks to the death by 1,000 cuts, the foods that we eat, the drinks that we drink, the air that we breathe, the overall just mess that we have in life. And so, that damaged guts is the very reason why you need to supplement with hydrogen to begin with. And so we'll dive deep into that. If this sparked your curiosity, talk to a Tech for Health affiliate like Susan. Talk to me, Shane McCarthy, the H2 Water Expert. Follow me on Instagram at H2 Water Expert and our Tech for Health products page at Tech for Health Products. We are on a big push. Like I said, this year is the year of the horse. We're coming into it, charging in like Bronco, telling everybody that they need to get hydrogen therapy into their life one way or another. Susan, you're a phenomenal person to help get that into people's lives. Visit Susan. We're gonna. You're just outside of Toronto.
Just check me out on Facebook. I have I post all my stuff there, as well as
and on Facebook,
if you want to hit up
HydroGlow Spa, right?
mine, I have the HydroGlow 10. If you go to my page, I have that posted there as well, to connect you with Tech for Health. So we've connected together from BC to Toronto.
Yeah, I love it. And everywhere in between, and we're Canadian to Canadian. I want to see your health better there, eh?
Yeah. We need to get everybody on board. You know what? There's so many things that are able to get to us environmentally. It's up to us to find an avenue with something that's going to better us. Hydrogen is our way. We love it. I hope that you at least give it a chance, try it. If I love to.
You're getting a phone call. I could tell.
Yeah.
I agree. Everybody does need to just at least take a look at this, especially, when it comes to water and hydration. Hydration is a very important pillar to optimal health. And when it comes to hydrogen, it's the building
hydrogen
block
therapy.
of,
Yeah. I'm gonna let you talk.
hydrogen's
Sorry. We keep cutting out. I think it blocks me.
the phone call created a lag, but that's okay. That's a beautiful beautiful thing about the time that we live in. You're over there in Toronto on your phone, recording an episode with me over here in BC on my computer, but I'm going to take this and post it to YouTube. I'm going to post clips to Instagram, and I'm going to share this with people all around the world, so they can learn about how they can reestablish and maintain a healthy, balanced level from their cells out in their body, and live in an optimal way and get out of surviving, get back into thriving, and live your best life. So thank you again, Susan. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you do. Visit HydroGlow Spa on Facebook. Visit her in the Toronto area and use HydroGlow 10 to get yourself 10% off on tech4health.ca. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I would be happy to answer them. I'm sure you probably do have some questions. It's a pretty big topic. So anything else you want to say, Susan?
It's really easy to get a hold of us on Messenger, and also on your Tech for Health. You've got a little box there that we can connect directly to you, which has been great. So if you have questions, please reach out to us. Like, you may not know the answers, but we reach out and we try to find the answers for you. So that's the way we roll.
I don't know. There's one thing I know in life is that I don't know everything, and so things are rapidly changing, especially in the hydrogen world. And if there's ever a question that I can't answer 100% confidently, I will always research and make sure that I answer it properly for you, because it's not about that's what it is about, is making sure you get the authentic information that you're looking for, so that you can make an informed decision for you and your family's health. So thank you again, Susan. I appreciate you.
Your doctor as well. Like I was saying, if you need anything that you want to, discuss with your doctor, I pull up so many things off of PubMed and whatever, and people have used it with their doctors just to get the idea going, because you want to be on the same page with your doctors as well.
Well, absolutely. Again, I'm not a doctor, yet I can have a conversation with doctors, and that's exactly what I told my customer, that she has the Tech Pro 900, and her oncologist is saying, "Oh, you should get a stronger machine." I'm like, I don't think you need one, and I would be happy to talk to your oncologist about that. And so, it's about getting you the right information, not just the information that you need to buy our product. So wrapping it up, we will talk about gut health next time. Thank you so much, Susan. I am Shane McCarthy, the H2 water expert, co-founder and co-creator of Tech for Health products, reminding you that hydrogen doesn't heal you. It allows your body to heal itself. Until next time, thank you so much.
Bye.